All right, now that the first regular season is over post Luka trade, I want to objectively judge how each team fared, the Lakers and the Mavericks. I'll also compare the 76ers and Mavericks trade that swapped Quentin Grimes and Caleb Martin. But first, the Luka Anthony Davis trade. Widely considered to be the worst trade in NBA history at the time, the Mavericks saw it as a short-term strategy to try to get in the finals and win the final, win the championship games this year. So let's see if it worked out for him. So far in the regular season, Anthony Davis played 9 games. He scored 180 points. That's 20 per game. In total, he got 40 assists. That's 4.4 a game. 91 rebounds. That's 10.1 rebounds a game. That's really good. And he also had 20 blocks for 2.2 blocks a game. That is extraordinary. He had 5 steals, 4.6 a game. Not too bad. And Max Christie, he played 32 games. That's a lot of games. He scored 359 points, more than Anthony Davis. And he's had 80 assists, 135 total rebounds, 10 blocks. That's less than Anthony Davis. He had 29 steals. That's 0.9 a game. And so let's see how Luka did. Luka had a slow start. Let's see if he continued it. Maybe, he's just too fat to play and Nico was onto something. But looking at it, Luka played 28 games. Maxey didn't play any. And Markieff Morris, he played 8 games, but he just played garbage time minutes. So I'm just comparing Luka to Anthony Davis and Max Christie. Luka played 28 games for 789 points total. That's 28.2 a game. That's really good. He had 211 assists. That's 7.5 assists a game. Not too bad. 226 rebounds for 8.1 rebounds a game. Now, when we're comparing the defensive side, the Mavericks made this trade to improve their defense, and Luka did have less blocks. He had 12 blocks for 0.4 game. But, he had 45 steals. That's 1.6 steals per game. When you combine Anthony Davis and Max Christie into a single package, Luka scored more total points, more assists, more steals. So, the Mavericks may have won on the defensive side, not on the games played side, since Anthony Davis played 9. But if you're wondering how their record shook out after the trade, well, Mavericks won 13 games, they lost 20, and they fell to the 10th spot. And I'm recording this before their play-in game against the Kings, so they may not even make the playoffs. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, how this trade freaking sucked. It doesn't matter, all right? Because the Lakers, they won 22 games and they lost 13. The Lakers ended up 3rd in the West. So that is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 is better than 10. So yeah, the Lakers won that trade. So far. We never know. And a few days after the Mavericks traded Luka, they traded Quentin Grimes, K.Dot, for Caleb Martin. And a 2nd-round pick this year. That might come in handy. You never know. But for now, Caleb Martin played 14 games, scored 75 points, 26 total assists, 41 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 12 steals. Whereas Quentin Grimes played a total of 28 games, exactly twice the amount of games Caleb Martin played. He scored 612 points. That's 537 more points. That's a lot of points. That's a lot more points. 127 assists. That's 99 more assists. No, did my math wrong. That's 111. 145 rebounds, over 100 more rebounds. 12 blocks, 4 times the amount of blocks. And 42 steals. That's a lot more steals than 12. So in every statistical category, Quentin Grimes has beat Caleb Martin. But the 76ers were tanking. And I guess so were the Mavericks, but not intentionally. But the Mavericks still had that 2nd-round pick, so you never know. They might have someone that can make up those stats. They might be able to score 537 points in a season. Do you know how awesome it would be to have someone that can score that much or more? You wouldn't just give them away. So yeah, fingers crossed that works out for the Mavericks because they'll need it. I would say might be controversial. I think the Mavericks lose both trades. I think just looking at the numbers, unless they are giving out trophies for getting more blocks, which I don't think they are. Not that last time I checked, I don't keep up with this a lot. Then I think they lost the trade. Yeah, they have the 2029 1st-round pick from the Lakers. So maybe they'll get someone as good as Luka out of that. You never know. Yeah, not looking good.